And today we're going to talk about Apple's system preferences. To access system preferences from your home screen, go up here to the Apple and select System Preferences. The Preferences section is the place you go to adjust how the system supports you, how you like it to look, whether you want to put in a screensaver. All the different things that we can see here on this pane are the options you have with regard to the way the system works. General talks about the lighting, whether it's light or dark mode. This desktop and screensaver lets you set the timing and the images that are available on the desktop. So that's this background picture, or as screensaver, which is what comes up after you've left your machine idle for a while. The dock is this tool down here. That can be down at the bottom or on either side of the screen. Mission Control is where you can launch a number of different programs, and we'll look at that in a bit. Siri is Apple's voice assistant. Spotlight is a very, very useful utility within the operating system. Spotlight is a search. You access it by the keyboard by hitting Command and Spacebar, or you can do it here and tell it what the preferences are for its search. So here I've checked a variety of areas that I want it to search anytime I hit the command. Language and region is just that. Notifications allow you to set what programs notify you of a change and when. Internet accounts is a setting that establishes which accounts the machine is looking for, and we'll talk about that because that is a complex area. Users and groups, that's where you set who can access the machine and what the password is that is required. Accessibility are for a variety of disabilities. Screen time, if you are trying to limit your screen time or that of a grandchild or a child. Extensions are functional enhancements to mostly browsers. We'll talk about that when we get to the browser module. Security and privacy is an important place which we'll deal with on a separate. Software update allows you to check for whether your machine is completely up to date. And by the way, do keep it up to date. Almost all of the updates that come out these days are security updates, and they are important for the safety of your machine and your files. Now, true, Apple does do a major update generally about once a year, and you'll want to do that as well. But the ones that come in between that big update are very, very important for your security. Network is something that's a lot of fun to play with as far as I'm concerned, and I'll dedicate one module to that. Bluetooth is where you connect printers and phones and headphones. Sound is where you decide where you want the speaker which speaker you want to use. For example, on my desk, I have a speaker in the computer, but I also have speakers in my two monitors. So I can select any one of the three of those as what I listen to when I'm on the phone or watching a movie or a YouTube video or whatever. Printers and scanners are just what you think. It's where you would tell the computer which printer to use. Keyboard, trackpad, and mouse all adjust how those various elements of the computer respond. How quickly you can type, what the different hot corners are. Displays, if you have multiple displays, is where you control that. Energy saver allows you to tell the machine what it can and can't do when it's idle. Date and time is pretty straightforward. Sharing is straightforward. Time machine is important. That's a backup, and we should talk about that. And then startup disk, probably none of us would really use. So that's a quick introduction to system preferences. In subsequent modules, we'll talk about individual elements within the preferences pane. Thank you for listening to me. Once again, I'm Paul Sherwood, and this is all about Apple.